So around back, these batteries are just for weight because when my claw was extended and I was going downhill, it would tilt forward sometimes. Didn't have the best weight distribution. These batteries are for the actual control. They're both wired together, and actually you can see this is actually just taped on. I didn't expect to have to use two batteries. I expected to use a rechargeable battery, but it turned out that with three, I ended up competing in three rounds in a row, and with a remote control battery, you don't have time to recharge them in between the rounds because they're only about 20 minutes in between. And I could have gotten 2 or 3 batteries, but at the time that was too expensive. Luckily this year I've got $500 that I won from the Innovation Award in this robot that I can apply that to next year's robot and hopefully get something better than 2 9-volt batteries hooked together. And I'm assuming these 9 volts have very low amps because they were drained very, very quickly. I actually had to replace them after every single round, so I went through quite a few batteries. These bars are just there to support student driver sign. There's no way that I'd put that on my car after getting my temps, so I thought this was clever. Now I realize maybe not that funny, but time is quite humorous. So, trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, the notches on this on these paddles. I spent the extra like 5-10 minutes to cut these in so that if needed, this can work on hardwood floors. Because without any modifications, these will just slip over the hardwood floors. It just doesn't work. It skids all over the place. But the notches allow me to put a rubber band around the wheels. And yes, that wasn't good thinking. That was before I had this wing thing over the wheels that prevented me from putting a rubber band on. But at the time, it let me put a rubber band over the wheels through the notches so that if need be, it could work on hardwood floors and have grip and be pretty effective on hard surfaces as well as gravel, because it was quite excellent on gravel. So, yep, I don't think there's anything else I want to mention. Time to strip the servos. So, oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of oh yeahs I'm predicting. But the paddles are glued on to tape, which can easily be stripped from the wheels, so I can reuse the wheels for something else. That was an idea that happened before I had to glue the wheel directly to the PVC that I screwed into the servo, so this wheel's probably doomed anyway. But originally I thought that I'd just be able to strip these off, I'd have a new wheel that I'd be able to work with, and I wouldn't waste any pieces with making them only work in gravel and have paddle wheels. So, don't think there's anything else I want to note. I know this looks pretty crappy right now. It definitely got beat up in the competition, just because the surface it ran on was pretty rough. I found rough spots that I had to repair. I had to rip this piece off when I replaced the wheel, reattach that, add some extra reinforcement. But overall, this worked really well. And considering that overall, if you take out the remote control, which cost about $50, which is because it's only a 4-channel receiver as opposed to most of the competitors use 6 channels. If you take out that, all the parts together cost less than $50. So that's definitely a good deal, considering that this competed well against $1,000 Vex kits. Almost all the competitors used kits, and if they I think all the competitors used kits of some sort. So I was the one unique competitor. I was unique in that I had paddle wheels. I only had 2-wheel drive as opposed to most people had 4 wheels, oftentimes leaving the rear ones undriven and dragging them through the gravel when they turned, which didn't work at all. I'm the only one who had this dual clamp scoop thing. Other people used, the most effective was a clothes hanger bent into a spoon shape that clamped. But unique in that my arm design stays level no matter what height it's at. It was definitely a very, very unique robot, and apparently is innovative too, because I won the innovation challenge or innovation award. So, yeah, be taking this apart, but I think it worked very well. So, by whoever this is going to.